Please welcome to the stage, Mike Zakarian.
All right, what's going on, everybody? Good morning. Good morning. Welcome back to the NBA Bit. If it's your first time here, you know the deal. Well, no, if it's your first time here, you don't know the deal. If it's your first time here, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel. If you're a returning viewer, then you do know the deal. Like the stream, subscribe to the channel, all the stuff. Enjoy the stuff. Get to the podcast. You know what I'm saying? We got a good one today. Lots of basketball, lots of exciting basketball. We're coming down the home stretch now, baby. I'll be honest. Last night was doing a little bit more phone watching than normal because we were watching our guy Coney. We're like diehard Conan guys. I thought Conan cooked last night. We watched the Oscars. It was a lot of fun. But yeah, that was my weekend, basketball and Conan, which is a good weekend for me. Who do we got in the chat this morning? We got Happy National Pet If Pets Had Thumbs Day. Okay, we're stretching, Snoop. We're stretching. We got Sneeps up in here. Stubbs, good morning, Stubbs. We're leading off with your boys. We got Matic Otto in here. Common Man saying happy birthday to Cam Johnson, the Kisspert, and Tatum. Yes, on Tatum. We got DJP in the house too as well. Listen, today we've got a little live before lock that starts at 5 o'clock. I actually think we're going to go live around 4 o'clock, and we're going to do some best ball, playoff best ball stuff, maybe some daily stuff, and then we'll roll right on into SORARE live before lock. So we're going to go from like 4 to 6:30 today. We're going to bless the algorithm gods. And then, yeah, NBA Bit Monday, Wednesday, Friday this week. So get excited. Oh, no, excuse me. We have some updates. Your boy's traveling this weekend. So still haven't figured out what's going to happen with Live Before Lock on Friday, but there will be no NBA Bit on Friday or Live Before Lock. There'll be no NBA Bit on Monday either because we're going to Chicago. So get ready. Will you be DJP saying, no, you do whatever you need to do, buddy. You do. It's the best play this game week, though. But yeah, so no Live Before Lock. Maybe on Monday I'll be back in time. It's unclear yet. If you're in Chicago, hit me up. We're going to be in Chicago for the weekend, baby. Portillos. Yeah, so we're going to have a good time. We're excited for it. We're seeing Kelsey's friend, Heather. Well, my friend, too. Heather and Jack. We're excited to see them and their little kiddo. So that's the schedule for the week. But enough about that. Let's get a coffee sip in. Let's get cooking, huh? Let's get cooking. Let's start with our boys. Battle of the Land. Best in the land, excuse me. Cleveland Cavaliers had themselves a weekend. Friday night, real fun game here between the Celtics and the Cleveland Cavaliers. Cleveland went down 25-2. It was a 25-2 start. Everybody saw the clip of Tatum going out of here, right? Early on as they were hot. Tatum had an insane game, but Cleveland shut the faucets off in the second half, and man, Boston didn't have an answer. Donovan Mitchell, I believe, his fourth 30-point performance against the Celtics this season. Cleveland just on fire, 49-10. I think to come back from a deficit like that on the road against still the prohibitive favorites to win it all, very impressive stuff Some interesting notes too in this game. Jared Allen, a minus 23 in his starter minutes. I thought that was interesting. Why is it not letting me scroll all the way aside? There we go. He was a minus 23. Garland was a minus 17. Strus was a minus 19. But look at the bench, boys. Ty Jerome, plus 34 with 8, 4, and 3 off the bench. You had Sam Merrill was plus 22. DeAndre Hunter was plus 21. Donovan finishes with 41 and 5. Garland 20 and 7. Mobe 17, 12 and 3. To note, the Celtics were without Kristaps Porzingis and Drew Holiday this weekend, but I don't care. The win's a win. Everybody's playing shorthanded this time of season, and for again to be at home to get a 23-point lead in the first. And listen, like these in this NBA, no lead is safe, right? Everybody goes on a run, but this is a very impressive win, I think, for Cleveland. And just it's just a reminder to everyone out there, we're not taking Cleveland seriously until they win playoff series, right? That's the whole thing. It's like, oh, well, congrats. We'll see it in the postseason. They are checking off every single box. And yeah, comments and Hunter has been awesome. DeAndre Hunter has been a great addition. He had a great game last night while they were shorthanded. So we got early mental health check today because your boy's nose is a running. But I'm just not going to do it, guys. And it feels good to not cave to the chat because I am the boss. Like I said earlier, I'm in charge today. I am in charge. You can't tell me what to do. We talked about the Cavs going on the run, and my nose did what it needed to do. So DeAndre Hunter has been awesome. In this game, only 12 and 5, but Ty Jerome, too, sneaky, been like a great player for them off the bench. And they're starting to get healthy, right? Okoro's back. Dean Wade is back. Strus is playing his normal minutes again. And listen, it's going to wait. Like, no one's going to take him seriously until they get to the Eastern Conference Finals, right? They got to win a couple playoff series before it gets real. But I think it's time to start taking this team as a serious championship contender here. Tom Ziller from Good Morning It's Basketball had a quote in there today just saying, like, they may never have the best player in a playoff series, but it might not matter, something along those lines. So good win for them. And then last night they rested Donovan Mitchell. They had a home game against the Trailblazers. And the Blazers are so tough, man. They've got to be, the Portland Trailblazers might be the best worst team in a long time, or best bad team in a long time. They very, very good. This was the DeAndre Hunter game. He went for 32 and 7 in this one in an overtime W over Portland, 133-129. Mobley had 20 and 8. You see all 5 starters in double figures. And then there's the Ty Jerome game, 25 points, 6 dimes, 6 steals. 6 steals as Cleveland gets the weekend sweep. A couple of notes here for the Blazers. Again, Denny Avdija has been having a really solid year this year. He had a 30-point triple-double in this one, 30, 12, and 10. You got Tumani Kamara, all-defensive team, 19 and 5. He had 4 steals of his own. Anthony Simons had 27. And then Shaedon Sharpe at 18 and 6. Sharpe had himself a pretty solid weekend as well. So good stuff from everybody, on the like Portland again, there's 7 games under 500, which actually is like way better than I thought it was going to be at this point in the season. So shout out Portland for continuing to fight the good fight. Klingon seems to continue to be in smash spots and then not get it done here. Dwop Reith ended up playing 21 minutes. And they've just got this ability, Portland does, to go a little bit smaller. And playing Banton played 17, Jabari played 8, you had Scoop playing 33, but you see Sharpe and Simons, Kamara and Avdia, and then with Scoop just playing a little bit small. I think it's a fun team. Portland is like low-key a fun league pass team. But again, Cleveland moves now to 50 and 10. They've got the 1 seed all on lock now. They've got a 7.5 game cushion. They've won 10 in a row. I don't have to say what they've done in their last 10 because they have won 10 in a row. 28 and 4 at home, 22 and 6 on the road. All right, I think we're back. But we'll see for how long, baby. How long? That one was just straight up StreamYard. No one else to blame but the yard. Because everything else was working just swimmingly. Anyways, Cavs, there you go. Cleveland. Good stuff. 2-0 on the weekend. Runny nose again. Good one, Snoopaloo. Let's take a coffee sip. At least that was an efficient fix. You know what I'm saying? An efficient fix. Much like cocaine. Let's do the Battle of LA, baby. The Battle of LA. The Lakers and the Clippers played themselves two times in a row over the weekend. Let's start with Friday night first. Lakers, man, I just can't believe what's happening right now. It's not that they're winning games because you know what? They got Luka Doncic halfway through the season. It's the way that they're winning. They're just holding teams down defensively. They give up 102 points here to the Clippers. They win 106-102. I think they did this one without, no, I'm just kidding. They all played in this one. Luka finished this game with 31 points and 5. LeBron continues his tear, right? 28 points, 13 boards, 3 dimes in this one. And that's all you need. That's all you need from those guys. The bench guys cooked too. Vando was plus 20. You had Trey Jemison, the triple. He was plus 19. Can't believe we're getting Trey Jemison minutes. Jordan Goodwin was plus 14. And the Clippers are just really missing Norman Powell, who actually returned for the second game, but not for long. We'll talk about that after this one. Kawhi has been playing some pretty good fantasy basketball anyways. He had 21-4 in this one. Big Z. This is going to be something to monitor actually moving forward as we get closer to the playoffs is can the Lakers survive like bigs? Because Zubac, again, they don't really have anybody that can match up against them, especially with the Lakers missing Rui Hachimura here for a little bit of time. And Zubac just went out there and did work, right? He had a 27-point, 16-board double-double. James Harden, they kind of kept him in check, 18, 9, and 7. Chris Dunn gave him 14. So they win game one here again in defensive fashion. And then they do it again last night where they win, again holding them to 102. I mentioned Norman Powell. He came back, played the first quarter, played 9 minutes, and then so he was nursing a knee injury, I believe, and then left with a sore hammy. Now, maybe this was just like conditioning related or, you know, just hasn't been able to get his normal workouts in because he was nursing the injury. But the Clippers are just so desperate for Norman's offense because they really can just get ice cold from the field. They got a great game from Kawhi in this one. I'll shout out Kawhi here. Played 40 minutes in this game, 40 of the 48. He went for 33 and 10. He's looking like his normal self. Chris Dunn again in double figures. James Harden, 13 and 8, man, just didn't really have it. On the Lakers side of stuff, this is just, it's unfair, man. Like LeBron, 17 and 9, had 8 turnovers, but Luke out there, 29, 9, and 6. And I know this might hurt some people out there. So Dallas fans, close your eyes. Luka magic. In the Lakers' last 19 games, they are 16 and 3. 16 and 3 in their last 19. And it's no longer schedule bullshit, right? Like let's look at, before we take a look at the standings, let's just look at the Lakers' schedule over the last handful of games here. So let's go back to, wow, look at this run here, right? Win against Washington. So they held Washington to 88 points, the Celtics to 96, Warriors to 108, Charlotte to 107. They lose the weird game to Philly. Then they hold Washington under 100, the Knicks to 112, Clips to 97, Warriors to 112, high-scoring games against Pacers and the Jazz. Then they lose to the Jazz, lose to the Hornets. But they kept the Hornets to 100. They get Portland to 102, Denver to 100, Mavericks to 99, and then 3 consecutive games of 102 with Minnesota, Clippers, and Clippers. You look at their upcoming game here Tuesday, I would imagine like Luka and LeBron have been probable/questionable the last like 4 or 5 games. I think they went into this weekend. They were like, let's get 2 W's against the Clippers, and then let's see if the skeleton crew can get through the game against the Pelicans on Tuesday before they go Knicks on Thursday, Celtics on ABC Saturday night. So fun week ahead for the Lakers. But, I mean, it's just like, again, it's just insane they have Luka, man. And for everybody that was like, God, his trade wasn't that bad. Yes, it was. It was a dumb trade, okay? You know, it was dumb. We'll talk about another trade that the Mavs made over the weekend. I mean, from the result of it over this weekend. Now, the Lakers are a 2 seed right now. As much of a gap as the Cavs have between 1 and 2, OKC stretched that out to a 3 other games here. OKC with a 10.5 game lead. But the Lakers now have a percentage point ahead here as the Denver Nuggets have played 2 more games than the Lakers. They've won 1, lost 1. Lakers now 38-21, and they are the 2 seed. Man, I did not see this coming. The Lakers now a 2 seed. I still kind of think Denver gets ahead of them here before we get into the playoffs. But I mean, look, there's a real chance. They are a 2 seed and then playing a play-in team. Now, could we get? Probably not. But a Dallas Lakers first round series. Can you imagine? Yeah, regulators ready. Can you imagine? Stephen A. Smith would be like that meme of the kid with the vein popping out, right? That would be him. If that happened. ESPN would just be guzzling Viagras. Anyways, good weekend for the Lakers. Just really, again, impressive run. The Clippers, on the other hand, man, Clippers now 4-6 in their last 10. They've lost 2 in a row. The only reason they haven't completely fallen out of the 6 seed here is that Minnesota, Sacramento, and Golden State have all dropped the game this weekend, I think. Although I'm saying that out loud. Yeah, Minnesota did lose one recently. Golden State dropped a weird one to Philly, which we'll talk about in a little bit. But look at this. Clippers 32-28, 6 seed. Warriors tied with the Clippers 32-28. Minnesota Timberwolves have played 2 extra games, much like the Denver Nuggets, where they have won 1 and lost when they are 33-29. A half game behind them, the Sacramento Kings, led by the Lithuanian beast, not Domantas Sabonis, but Jonas Valanciunas, because Sabone got hurt over the weekend. They're 31-28. And then the Dallas Mavericks are 32-29. And then the Phoenix Suns are drinking gasoline. They are 28-33. They have a 1-game lead over the Portland Trail Blazers. That's where we're at. All right, that's enough about LA. We're going to pop around the rest of the league here. Before we do that, I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this because some time has passed, and I thought Bill Simmons talked about this whole face of the league conversation. The face of the league is kind of like a nickname. You don't decide it. You know what I mean? Like, you can't pick your own nickname. Much like Anthony Edwards being like, "Oh, I'm not the face of the league," or if somebody's saying like Tatum saying, "I want to be the face of the league." It's just not how it works. It's not how it works. You're not allowed to have a say in it, unfortunately. Whether you want it or not, it is decided for you, much like a nickname. So we don't even have to have this conversation. We don't have, why isn't he the face of the league? Shouldn't he be We'll fucking know. We'll know when it happens. Okay? Just like I was called Zucchini when I was a kid. I wasn't like, I should be called Zucchini. It just happened because my last name begins with a Z. And we don't know that many Z words when we're 10. It was either that or zebra, and that was problematic. You know what I'm saying? Like, so Zucchini it was. You don't get a say. Like, you can't just call yourself Mamba. That's right. I agree with that. Maybe we should nominate an ass of the league. I think that's good, too. Do we need a face of the league? We just need to talk about it, I guess. We just got to talk about it. But, yeah, who cares? Did Kobe? Honestly, Kobe giving himself a nickname would be the most Kobe shit ever, honestly. And that is not a compliment. All right, let's keep going. I wanted to get that off my chest a little bit. Let's just bounce around. Let's do a little playoff push, shall we? Or what did I call it? Playoff chase. Let's look at the rest of the games from this weekend. Let's go back to Friday. We covered some of the heavy hitters here. We had the Thunder, Thunder just doing Thunder shit, man. SGA dropped 31. J-Dub had 41 last night. Very impressive games from the two of them over the weekend. OKC, we already talked about continuing to roll. I just want to highlight this Trailblazers-Nets game. I know nobody really wants to talk about that, but Shaedon Sharpe was awesome in this game. Had 25 points, 4 boards, and 5 dimes. Klingin again didn't play that enough minutes for my liking. Kamara's been awesome, man. I forgot about this. Trayvon Edwards in our most recent Hoop Sense episode brought it up to me. I forgot Toumani Camara was a Phoenix Sun and was just kind of thrown into that Ayton trade. Totally forgot about that. But yeah, Blazers, man, you got to feel pretty good if you're the Blazers. You're probably if you're a Blazers fan, excuse me, you're probably a little pissed at the rate in which you're winning games and would like to lose a few more to get a better draft pick. But you got to feel good with the development of these guys. You get some real ones here. I don't know what they do this offseason. Jeremy Grant doesn't seem to fit with the direction of the team. Not that he's been bad, but he doesn't seem to fit. Denny's been awesome. Simons has been great, but do you move him to just kind of give the keys to Sharp and Scoop? I don't know. But anyways, good Sharp game. We don't need to talk about Brooklyn. I'm not really that interested in that. Pacers and Heat. Heat had themselves a weird weekend. Pacers split their weekend series. They lost this one, 125-120. Spicy P was spicy cooking, I believe, in this game. 36 points and 6 boards. Hallie had a double-double, 19 and 10. I just shout out Andrew Nembhard a little bit. He's been, fantasy stuff. Get excited. Scam out of bio. He had 18, 7, and 7. Tyler Hero, 29 and 7. Let's give a Hero drop, huh? Tyler Hero out there just continuing to ball after making his first All-Star game. There we go. Zakarian Jones in the chat says my nickname was Chef because of Jeffrey Zakarian. Okay. That makes sense. Shout out to Zakarian Jones. Let's go do the second Miami game because this was a little bit frustrating. Knicks here, and then we'll do back-to-back Knicks games. Miami last night. Khalil Ware, man. And listen, Khalil Ware's young, probably does some dumb stuff. I don't know if Spo is comfortable closing with him, but he played 29 minutes in this overtime game. And he did not play, he didn't play any of the 5 minutes of overtime. And I don't think he played the last 8 minutes of the fourth quarter. And in that time that he did play, he had 12 points, 8 boards, and 6 blocks, threw 6 blocks out there. Hero 22 and 7, but OG was the story in this game. I want to shout out our guy, Magi Carp, who is a underdog drafter. He shouted out Miami playing some zone defense. OG Anunoby should light them up. And I wish I listened a little bit more closely. Only had a few shares on Underdog last night. He had 23 points, 9 boards, 5 dimes, knocked down 4 triples, had 5 stocks on top of it. But Brunson, you can end the award now. Clutch Player of the Year, Bing Bong, Jalen Brunson. Also, for those that weren't paying attention to the Oscars last night, our guy Ben Stiller was there. He presented an award, which was really funny too for production design. But more importantly, was like live tweeting about the Knicks getting a W from the Oscars, from like backstage. Shout out. That's a real one. That fandom is legit. But anyways, Brunson had himself a weekend here. 31, 6, and 5 in this one. Cat's kind of slowed down a little bit. He had 19 and 16. Mikal Bridges only played 28 minutes in this one. They got a lot of Deuce McBride. Miami loses that one in overtime. Let's do Friday night, because Friday night, I believe, was a fun one against the Memphis Grizzlies, if memory serves me right. Oh, wait, hold on. Sorry, let me go to Friday. Memphis had themselves a tough weekend, too. So OG hits a game winner in this one. Good weekend for the OG. He went 4 for 10 for 3 in this one, finished the game with 19, had a game winner. Memphis took the lead up to OG hits a corner 3, I believe, to win it. Brunson again, 23, 7, and 6 with 4 stocks. Deuce McBride gave him 17 off the bench. Knicks win 2 nail biters this weekend after everybody just kind of shit on them for losing 2 games last weekend. They kind of right the ship a little bit. Triple J with 18 and 7. Ja Moran at 25 and 7, and then Desmond, bang, 24. Wow, that hurt my throat. 24 and 12. So good again. Good weekend for the Knicks. Grizz, however, they lose this game in a game winner, right? And then was that 2 nights ago? Because I think it was the back-to-back. On Saturday, they play the San Antonio Spurs. No Ja in the back-to-back. No Desmond Bane. Ja Morant's still questionable for tonight, BT Dubs, as we get ready for this. But again, they tie the game up late. Last possession, De'Aaron Fox with a great stop. Great stop, cross, step back, knocks down the jumper, game blouses. Fox, who's kind of cooled down with Wembanyama being out, still had 20 and 7 in this game, but it's just chilled out a little bit. Devin Vassell, after going through just a dog shit run of games after Wemby went out, he finally started to heat up a little bit, even though he went 2 for 9 from 3, finished with 20 and 6. Jeremy Beware the Sohan at 18 and 11. Sohan and Dort got into and Kenrich, a little bit of a scuffle last night, by the way. Stephon Castle You want to talk about a winner of the weekend? Castle, 24-7 in this game. Again, Memphis, let's do some Memphis stats. No Ja, no Bane, right? Triple J answered the call. He had 42-4. Santi Aldama with almost a triple-double. He had 15, 11, and 8. Jalen Wells gave him 18. Zach Edey, almost a double-double off the bench, 17 and 9. So the Grizz dropped 2 tough ones as Denver and the Lakers kind of try to shift ahead of or away from them in the standings. Let's go to San Antonio last night, who they played. They actually pretty good fight against OKC last night. OKC ends up running away with it 146-132. I mentioned J-Dub, man. Woo! J-Dub, 15 for 24, 4 for 8 from 3, 41 points, 7 dimes, 6 boards. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, 31 and 8. You got 19 from Cason Wallace, and then we were 1 point and 1 board shy of a double of Lou Dort. We're going to play the drop. We are going to play the Lou Dort drop. Let's look at Castle's game last night, too. Off the bench again. Where is he? There he is. Played 32 minutes. In those 32 minutes, our guy, 32 points, 8 boards, 3 dimes. Castle's coming on strong here. Coming on strong here down the stretch. Good stuff from him. Good run. Thunder get the W, 146-132. Let's see. Anything else from Friday and Saturday we need to hit? We definitely haven't talked about all the games, so let me just check. Pistons had a weird weekend. They got smoked by Denver. 134-119, and honestly, it wasn't even that close. Look at these numbers from the starters. No Aaron Gordon in this game. Aaron Gordon missed both games this weekend. Zeke Najee plus 27. Michael Porter Jr. plus 35. Joker plus 33. Joker finishes the game with 23, 17, and 15 in 34 minutes. Jamal Murray had 31 of his own. Christian Brown had 23. Christian Brown actually pretty good offensive weekend for him. But they get that win. Detroit here drops this one. Nobody really did anything. The starters were pretty bad. Nobody to highlight. It was kind of frustrating if you were messing around from the fantasy stuff. Asar Thompson with 5 steals. That's kind of fun. His minutes have been creeping up a little bit. That's something to pay attention to. Let's do Denver's second game, and then we'll do Detroit's second game. So the Boston Celtics, the Beantown Boys, shout out No Dunks. Celtics, after getting a massive lead against the Cleveland Cavaliers and blowing it, they said, what if we could just do that again? They got a massive lead on Denver early on, and then Denver came storming back. This time the Celtics were able to hold them off. Drew Holiday and Porzingis missed again. It sounds like Porzingis will be back soon-ish. Drew Holiday, on the other hand, he's got what's called mallet finger. I don't know if that's like named after, because this is what would happen if you got hit with a mallet and we just decided, what if we just call it that forever? But it looks like it's a little tip of his finger. It's like a torn tendon in his finger. It doesn't seem like he's going to need surgery, but I think they're just going to try to rest the hell out of him as long as they can. But anyways, good. This was a fun game. Jokic again, 20, 14, and 9. I wonder what do they call that? When he's like 1 dime or 1 rebound short of a triple-double. I feel like he's got a million of those. Jamal Murray had a terrible first half and then was hot in the second half. Finished the game at 26, 7, and 6. Christian Brown, I mentioned, was kind of on a heater this weekend. 24, 6, and 3, 5 stocks of his own. Derek White's awesome, man. Derek White is maybe my favorite Celtics right now. Oh, it's the same thing PG has. Interesting. Thank you, Ghost AF. Jaylen Brown, 22, 8, and 5. But yeah, Derek White, some clutch threes as the game was kind of slipping away. Just quick trigger D White from 3. Knocked down 5 triples. Took 11. Holy shit. 17 and 3 in this one. Tatum, a little bit slower in that game. Kind of sloppy. 6 turnovers, but had 16, 11, and 7. Al Horford got hot early on. He went 19 and 8, had 3 steals as well. So Celtics split their weekend, loss against Cleveland, win against Denver. I think if they didn't get out to the 25-2 lead against Cleveland, and you just like on Thursday, you were like, the Celtics play the Cavs and the Nuggets this weekend. If you just got to Monday and you're like, hey, Celtics went 1-1 against 2 of the title favorites, you would have been like, oh, nice weekend. But because they blew that first one, it doesn't feel as sexy. But Denver again splits the weekend 1-1. We already talked about where they are in the standings. Let's do the Detroit game. Detroit played on Saturday, I think, right? They had the back-to-back, and then they beat the Nets pretty handily. The game, they got out to a 39-22 lead and then just kind of coasted from there. You had nobody really putting up big numbers because this game got out of hand right away. You got Cade at 15, 9, and 7. Duran actually had a pretty solid game, 18 and 11, and he had 6 blocks. Some big block and steal weekends from the boys. But Detroit splits that game. We're kind of staring down the barrel, I think, of Detroit Knicks first round series, which is pretty fun. Anything else on Friday before we cover some of the Saturday games? We mentioned Thunder Hawks, Pacers Heat. We talked about Raptors Bulls. The only thing I'm going to say about Raptors Bulls, the Raptors, incredible stuff. I think they were up 4 with barely any time left. Kobe White knocks down a 3 and gets fouled, sends it to overtime, and then they outscore him 15-5 in overtime. So just like incredible tank job by the Raps. Suns finally got a win against the Pelicans. No Zion in this game, I believe. No, Zion played, right? No Zion in this game. This game was a weird one. Nobody really cooked except for Bull. 25 points from our guy Bull. You damn right.
Bull?
Bull.
His first name is Bull and his last name is Bull?
No, yeah.
His legs!
Yeah. Long legs.
Oh my God! I bet his legs are taller than my whole body. I'm leaving you for Bull. Like,
shout out Greg and Aubrey. Aubrey had a birthday over the weekend. Greg, all of his movies won Oscars last night, so good stuff by everybody. Oops, didn't mean to click Kevin Durant. Lots of reporting over the weekend. I feel like we already knew this, but then they did a segment on ESPN and everybody was like, holy shit, Kevin Durant's going to get traded this offseason. It sounds like KD's not going to be on the Phoenix Suns. Vibes are so bad. At this team. Anyways, they got a win, 125-108. Let's do Phoenix's game last night, though. They played the Timberwolves. Timberwolves got the win, 116-98. Timberwolves lost to the Jazz over the weekend because Anthony Edwards had too many technical fouls, so he had to sit out a game. This was okay, so for those that don't know my fantasy basketball process, trust the process. What I do, I wake up in the morning. I wake up in the morning and I look at the spreads and I try to find if anything looks weird. So I knew Anthony Edwards missed the most recent game. Anthony Edwards was questionable heading into the Phoenix game, but he missed the most recent game because of technical fouls, not because of injuries. The Phoenix Suns at the beginning of the day were 2.5 point favorites against the Timberwolves. Why? Why would they be 2.5 point favorites? The line ended up coming back down to Phoenix 1.5, but that was the easiest bet of all time. Timberwolves win 116-98. Oh, real cheap shot from Bradley Beal. One of the most successful challenges of all time. Anthony Edwards goes up. No foul called. Beal just gives him a shove while he's up there. They review it. It goes from no foul to flagrant 1. Real cheap shot from Bradley Beal, probably because Phoenix wasn't giving Bradley Beal the ball back. Some Phoenix stats here. KD at 26-10, 4 dimes. Beal at 18-4. Book 17-5. Pretty bad Book game. Anthony Edwards is awesome. Welcome back, Ant-Man. Gets to the line like he was Shai Gilgeous-Alexander last night, 14 for 14 from the line. Finished the game with 44 points, 7 dimes, 5 boards, 1 turnover. Oh my God, the return of regular season Randall. Randall had 20 and 6. This is what a day today is. We're doing all of the drops.
Regular season Randall.
Randall's back. Minnesota gets a dub. Also, I want to shout out Dante DiVincenzo. DiVincenzo is back. Had 5 steals, 24 points, 2 dimes, 2 boards. Good win for Minnesota. Phoenix sucks, man. Phoenix. There's just nothing fun to talk about with Phoenix. Let's go back to Friday. I know we're going to talk about Bucks, Mavs. Haven't hit that one yet. I just want to make sure we get the rest of these games. I mentioned that I don't want to talk about the Jazz. I don't really care. Lakers, Clippers, we already did. All right, let's go to Saturday. Wizards and Hornets. Wow. No, thank you. 113-100. You know what? We will look at it because our guy Mark Williams. Here's the thing, guys. If Mark Williams and the Hornets are not on a back-to-back, Mark Williams is great. 24 points, 12 boards, 3 stocks. LaMelo looks not great, Bob. LaMelo has not looked solid in his games. Finished the game with 20 and 7 and 6 turnovers, but just not the same old Melo. Miles Bridges 18-7. That piece of shit. On the Wizards side of things, let's give some Wizards some whiz love. Whiz love. That's fun. Kind of like Questlove. Look at all these guys in double figures. Bilal Coulibaly. He had 17-7. You got Bub with 11-5-4. Middleton 17-6-5. Sar returned to the lineup. He had 10-3. You got Rashawn Holmes with 15-9. Gispert, happy birthday, with 13-5. Champagny with 10. Champagny got himself a deal over the weekend, an extension with the Wizards. And then Marcus, my boy's wicked smart. There you go. Congrats. Congrats to the Wiz. The Wizards have, I think, 4 wins against Charlotte this season and 7 wins against the rest of the league. All right, Bucks. Oh, wait, we got to do Warriors, Sixers, and Bucks Mavs. Wait, did I skip to Saturday? Oh, no. Yeah, that's right. Let's do Kings, Rockets. So Sabonis got hurt. LaMelo not the same since All-Star Weekend. Agree. Bone got hurt in this game. They called it a grade 1 hammy strain, I believe. He's going to miss 1 week, they said, or reevaluated in a week. He played exactly 1 minute in that game. It actually, from a fantasy perspective, it makes it a little bit more fun just because you obviously don't want anyone hurt, but it just takes away a piece of a team with a lot of pieces. DDR at 21-6, Levine at 20-6. Malik Monk seems to be the guy that's taken the biggest step back from a production standpoint since the arrival of Levine. But Jonas Valanciunas, baby, played 30 minutes, had 15 points, 14 boards, 3 blocks, and 4 steals. Light up your Jonases. Houston again, another Tom Ziller stat. I believe Houston beat Sacramento every time they played them last year. Wow, did you guys see that in my face when that happened? Woo! Just pulled something. My neck. They can't beat them this year, which is kind of crazy. The Gooner returned. Oh no, Fred VanVleet returned. Goon had a great game, 30, 10, and 5. Jalen Green had 24. Freddie was pretty bad, 1 for 8 in his return. So Houston loses his game. I will note too, OKC's on a back-to-back this year. Tonight they're on a back-to-back, and OKC plays Houston. It kind of seems like Houston is punting this game. So something to pay attention to for you fantasy and bettors. Oklahoma City is 10.5-point favorites. So obviously, they're a better team than Houston. 10.5 feels high. Sengun is questionable. And Thompson is questionable. Tari Eason is questionable. I think Fred has already been ruled out, maybe. I got to double-check that one. But it seems like they might be resting some guys tonight. But anyways, good win for Sacramento, who's trying to hold on to the play-in. I mean, they are going to hold on to the play-in because Phoenix is just so bad. Let's do Milwaukee and Dallas, though. This was a fun game here. Milwaukee wins this one on the road, 132-117. Giannis Antetokounmpo, 29, 9, and 9. Dame Time had 28, 6, and 6. And then Gary Trent Jr. has been kind of on a heater a little bit. He had 20 and 5 off the bench. Milwaukee now moves 9 games above 500. Dallas 3 games above 500. But no real need to panic for Dallas. They're just trying to get their guys healthy, but nobody's catching them. Regulators said of the Rockets tanking for Book. Yeah, I mean, I just don't know if Phoenix is going to trade Booker. I don't know if they're going to do that. But if they do, Houston is a potential landing spot because they have enough of a return that would make sense. I know the Bill Simmons pod talked about that a little bit last night. Let's see. Anything else? Spurs, Grizz. We already kind of talked about this. Sixers got themselves a pretty big win. Sixers got a win, 126-119 over the Warriors. Curry's been hot lately, 29 and 13 in this one. No Jimmy Butler has been dealing with back spasms. It looks like Jimmy is going to return tonight, which is exciting. But it was the Quentin Grimes story. Another Dallas L. 44 points, 6 boards, 3 steals, a block. He could have had more points. Could have gone for 50 if he didn't miss so many damn free throws. 2 for 8 from the line, 6 for 9. Nice from 3-point land. Yabusele returned. Embiid shut down for the year, right? So Yabusele back kind of kills the Drummond ceiling if you were trying to play Drummond, although Drummond did have a 10 and 14. But just looking at the minutes, Drum Dog Millionaire only played 21. Yabusele played 27. So there you go. More of a New York L than a Dallas one. I mean, maybe but you could also say more of a Detroit L than a Dallas one, I guess. But I actually think that's more of a Dallas L because I think they could use him. Although Max Christie's been nice, but not a Nico L, more of a Kid L. I mean, it's a fucking Dallas L is what it is, guys. But anyways, that's this weekend stuff. Let's look at the standings quickly just to see what we're paying attention to. The Eastern Conference, again, look at this. Milwaukee and the Pacers are now tied for the 4-5 seed. But again, the Knicks have a 5.5 game lead. So really, these three teams, Bucks, Pacers, and Pistons, are trying to decide who's going to play the Knicks. Pistons, again, 9-1 in their last 10 after dropping one this weekend, but winning the other. Milwaukee 6-4 in their last 10. Bucks 7-3 in their last 10. So that's going to be the thing to watch here. In the playing game, brutal news out of Orlando this weekend. Jalen Suggs looks like they said without a timetable to return, and he's done. Suggs is done for the season. It's brutal. Did the Heat blowing a 20-point lead get coverage? We talked about them sucking. We talked about Spo sucking. We did, and how Khalil Ware doesn't play after like the first few minutes of the fourth quarter. So we did talk about that, regulator. Not enough, maybe, but we did. Orlando, though, brutal, man. No Suggs. They just continue to brutal playoff run. Last night in the game, I forget who they played Toronto last night. So Toronto got the W against Orlando. Orlando has a furious comeback, right? They were down pretty handily most of the game. They get a miss. They're down 4, missed 3-pointer. Paolo gets the board, throws it down as fast as he can. There's 8 seconds left. They go to the inbound. Franz goes for the steal, makes contact with it. Emmanuel quickly tries to recover the ball, but instead it goes off his finger, goes out of bounds. Orlando gets the ball, 4 seconds left, down 2. They run a great inbound play where Franz comes like right off this curl, gets the ball on an easy layup, puts it off the glass, and then just puts a little too. It was kind of a weird angle. He absolutely should have made it. Puts it off the glass, misses it, and then Corey Joseph ties it up for a tip at the end. But Toronto gets the W. Yeah, honestly, Tesla says Raptors tried to give that game. The Raptors have done. I think a shout out our guy S from The Athletic and has done his own content as well. But he's been calling it ethical tanking. The way that they blew this game to Chicago, where I mentioned the Kobe White 4-point play to send it to overtime and then get smoked in overtime. And then yesterday, where they really were trying to give that one away. Just really, really impressive stuff. But anyways, brutal Orlando run there. They now 4-6 in their last 10, loses of 3 in a row. I mean, Atlanta at this rate, who are also losing a ton of games, feels like they can catch Orlando. And then Chicago with a 2-game lead over the Sixers. This seems to be your top 10. And honestly, I was a pretty big believer in Orlando being and Jakob Poeltl not closing games too. Great shout. I was a pretty big believer in the fact that the top 8 were going to be the top 8 right now, that the Miami and Orlando would be the 7-8. I actually think I like Atlanta more. Orlando just can't score, man. They just can't score. And honestly, Chicago could even sneak in, be the most Chicago thing ever. And then whatever, we can look at the bottom. We talked about the West quite a bit, right? The Lakers and Nuggets now. Lakers are the 2 seed, Nuggets the 3 seed, but with the same 10.5 games back of OKC. Grizzlies only a half game behind them. So even though the Grizzlies 4-6 in the last 10, losing 2 different buzzer beaters over the weekend, are still right there. They have a game lead over Houston. I kind of think that it's going to be some version of OKC Lakers Denver or OKC Denver Lakers. I think we're going to see a Memphis Houston 4-5 matchup. And then honestly, Golden State feels like a wagon right now. Just a wagon. And I feel like they are going to catch the Clippers here. Honestly, Minnesota could even catch the Clippers. I wouldn't be surprised. And the Kings are right there too. I'm nervous for the Clippers. I gave them so much love early on, but if Norman Powell is now with this new injury to his hamstring, hopefully it's not serious. But if he's going to miss some real time, they're in trouble. They're in trouble because they just can't score, man. They can't score. And then anyways, Kings and Mavs right there. Suns are toast. Blazers are toast. Who is the Suns' first round pick this year? Is it Houston? Brooklyn? I can't remember who has the Suns. Let's just Google it. Let's Google who has the Phoenix Suns first round pick this year. Let's see. The Utah Jazz. The Phoenix Suns on. Oh, yeah. They traded their 2031 first rounder. That's not helpful. Who owns the Suns? That's 2031. I don't want that. Hold on. Let's see. Let's go to Fanspo. 2025. Okay. Wow. Of course, OKC. OKC has the right to swap its 2025 first-round pick for Houston's 2025 first-round pick, protected between 1 and 10, or the Clippers' 2025 first-round pick. Houston then has the right to swap its pick to OKC or the OKC pick to Brooklyn. That's so confusing. So Brooklyn kind of owns it. Utah will receive the two most favorable of 2025 first-round picks. This is too confusing. I feel like I'm trying to look through the matrix. All right, people saying the Rockets. It's the Rockets. Huge news for Houston. Huge news for Houston. There you have it. Let's look at tonight's games here. Again, 7-game slate, I believe, tonight. Should be a fun week of hoops. I'm excited for it. Tonight's games are a little interesting. We got Warriors and Hornets. Trailblazers and Sixers. Weirdly, will be a fun game. Again, no Embiid. Paul George is questionable. Sixers are favored by 3.5. Give me the Blazers money line, bro. Grizzlies have Ja Morant still questionable. They're 8.5-point favorites. I kind of think Ja's going to play, but it's just me. You got Wizards and Heat. We talked about a little bit. You know what? Let's put our tinfoil hats on, or let's just put a hat on. I kind of think Bam Adebayo doesn't play tonight. That's going to be my take. No Bam. He doesn't have a Q tag at all. But Andrew Wiggins and Jaime Jaquez Jr. They both missed games last night. They're both questionable tonight. I wonder if they were just sitting them on a front end of a back-to-back and then having them ready to go. So I don't know. That's going to be my take. So maybe roll up your Wiggins, light up your wheels up on Andrew Wiggins and Khalil Ware. That's my morning take, though. So we got plenty of time. Also, Wizards are a little bit more feisty with these vets. I mentioned the OKC double-digit fave here, 10.5 point. It feels fishy. Kings and Mavs, low-key, might be kind of fun. Jonas Valanciunas should get 4,500 points tonight. 4,500 boards. That's what I was trying to say. I'm just saying Dallas doesn't have a big guy. Moses Brown and Dwight Powell. And then Pistons and Jazz. I take it back. This slate sucks. These games suck, kid. Pistons 10.5-point favorites. So there we go. Let's look at the schedule. Do we have anything spicy on Tuesday? Let's see. Tuesday, may the March the 4th be with you. Houston, Indiana. So Houston will be on a back-to-back. Yeah, Houston clearly resting guys today to try to win the Pacers game. Golden State, New York on TNT. Clippers and Phoenix. Oh, God. I don't want to watch any more Phoenix games. Wednesday, Boston and Portland. Ooh, hot. Cleveland and Miami, Memphis and OKC. Memphis, OKC on Wednesday will be fun. Thursday, Boston. No, I don't care about that. Lakers and Knicks on Thursday will be fun. And then I mentioned Saturday, Lakers, Celtics will be good. So good stuff all around. Correction, Rockets get it regardless of where it lands. There we go. What a W for Houston, huh? What a dub for Houston. You don't think Moses Brown plays? How come? Oh, is 10 days over? Well, maybe is his 10-day over? Maybe we'll get some news on the Moses Brown front before. I mean, we'll have to get, if it's 10 days over, we'll have to get news about it. Let's look at SORARE. We'll do some underdog picks, and then we'll get out of here. Just a reminder too, so Live Before Lock officially, like the SORARE NBA portion of Live Before Lock today on our Elite Fantasy Hoops channel starts at 5. All right, starts at 5 p.m. However, I'm going to start the show at 4 p.m. All right, because your boy's going to do some best ball stuff. So don't freak out if you see me live before 5. Live before 5. We're going to do some underdog. We're going to do some, also we're going to do you guys want to do an old man hoops check-in? Let's do old man hoops check-in right now. We had a game over the weekend. Log me out. Come on, bro. Log me out. We had a game over the weekend or on Thursday. There we go. We got a W here. Let me see. Am I sharing this correctly? Let's actually adjust how we're sharing it since we're doing some other stuff. Oh, we got a doggo sighting. Let's do it like this. Let's do it like this. There we go. All right, so we got a W. Here you can see we beat way over 40, 61-38. It was the first time our team had like 9 guys, which was exciting. We actually had subs, so I tried hard on defense for the first time because I could sub my ass out. I got to tell you, not my best shooting performance. Not my best shooting performance if we go to individual scoring stats here. We finished with 12 points, knocked down 2 triples. Shout out our guy, Gene, leading the way here with 19. Also, our guy Bezim had 19 as well. They were cooking in this game. So that was a fun one. More importantly, so I'm going to show you the standings. Listen, we're not making the playoffs. Top 6 make the playoffs here. We're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're 7th. However, you look at our upcoming schedule. We're playing Oakley's Car Wash, who's only lost 1 time, the Dogs, who's only lost 1 time, and the Rock, who's only lost twice. But the other thing we got to monitor here, I've only played 7 games. You're going to see this team TFA Elite has played 8. I've only played 7. Let's go to divisional leaders. Let's go to 3 points. We're okay. So we right now with one less game of TFA Elite. This is your boy right here. We're in second with 17 triples. Okay, 17 triples on the season. We're tied for second. Now I'm going to assume we're in second by ourselves because I got one extra game. I don't know if I can catch this guy. 32 on TFA Elite is a baller. This is a terrible website. Why Gods is a name? I don't know. I joined the team late. So I don't know. I don't know why we're called Gods. Somebody thought we were clergy, which I love. I love the idea that we're just the conclave coming out and balling. Or maybe we just like the movie Conclave so much. This is like one of those, I keep wanting to say hotspot. What were those websites you could make? Not Earthlink. What was the websites you could make like way back in the day? You'd like made your own one. There was like a specific man, it'll come to me. Maggie Carp said, did we pour one out for PJ? Yeah, PJ was terrible, dude. PJ, we did not talk about PJ, and then he got hurt. GeoCities, there it is. GeoCities. Thank you, Nez. Thank you, DJ Local. Also, you know what? We've been doing a lot of drops today. We got DJ Local in the chat. Let's do we haven't done this one in a while. Let's do a DJ Local drop.
DJ Local. Another one.
There we go. Also, Amish Jeb Bush there. There we go. Angel Fire. Hell yeah, that would have worked too. We should wear white collars at every game. We should. I think, listen, we're having a good time. Also, can I, you want a little mental health, personal health update? Join something like this. Even if you don't know, join as a free agent. This is just good for your brain. Or it's good for my brain. I guess not everything works for everyone. This is great. I don't like that the games are at 9:00 sometimes. I think that is terrorism. But this is fun. This is a good time. Anyways, we'll update our games on Tuesday this week. So on Wednesday, I'll let you know if we hit more than 4 threes to move up into first place. Because that's really, listen, I'm not trying to be selfish about it, but we're not going to make the playoffs. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to just try to win the 3-point contest or the 3-point shooting. Pickleball is fun. Yeah, I don't play pickleball, but listen, I'm still the message applies. Join a thing. Yeah, it's like chicken soup for the soul. Absolutely. All right, let's go figure out some. Let's do an underdog pick 'em first. Let's do this. Do we have any? Man, I've been cold on pick'ems. And you know what's been crazy too in drafting, man? If we look at results from last night in drafting, I feel like I've been doing a good job of targeting the right players, but every week or every night last week, it felt like we had one team get there to save our ass. And last night it was Anthony Edwards. Anthony Edwards dropped 65 for me. We had Zion, J-Dub with the massive game, Bam Bam, Collier 34, and then Dante Spicy Ragu DiVincenzo. He kind of saved the day. But let's so that got it. Oh, weird double-double. There we go. Yeah, I am chasing stats like LeBron. That's what 40-year-olds do, baby. All right, let's do. All right, weird double-double because again, we're just saying, hey, what if Bam doesn't play? What if Underdog loads appropriately, huh? Also, I updated the Underdog app yesterday, and it just ruined the search function for pick'ems. It was brutal. Oh, my God. All right, hold on. Now it just logs me out. I'm logging in all the time. Mark Williams. I don't know if we can do offensive rebound. Or you're just saying over rebounds. I'm a dumbass. I like that. Oh, we got a gimme pick. Oh, gimme. Let's do it. All right, let's do it. Let's do Khalil Ware. Double-double. What's that? 1.16. Oh, I wish that was more, but we're going to do it because we're hoping Bam sits. Let's do Mark Williams. We're doing a 5-man here. Mark Williams boards. Mark Williams boards right now, evergreen. Yeah, let's do it. What's Valanciunas? Can we just do Valanciunas sliders on boards? Like what? No, Yon. Did I spell his name wrong? Do we have no? Come on. We already know Sabonis isn't playing. Dumb. That's dumb. Oscar thoughts? I'll be honest, guys. I did a bad job watching the Oscar movies this year. I love Conan O'Brien. And I honestly, I unfollowed a couple of people on X last night. And listen, I'm open for dialogue and discourse. I think it's good to hear both sides of stuff, to keep an open mind. If you're like flaming Conan on the internet, fuck, blocked. All right. That is where I draw the line. That and the LA Kings doing Armenia night and giving out scarves made in Turkey. The fuck are we doing? Just a Google search, LA Kings. You got a huge Armenian population in Los Angeles. What are we doing? But again, more Armenian love. Honora's got Armenian dialogue, so shared some stuff on that on X. Anyways. But yeah, did Mitch Rob sit on Ware's ankle yesterday? I didn't know. I didn't think so. They just, maybe I missed that. I didn't think so. But I just kind of don't think Bam's going to play. No, that's not a joke. The Kings issued an apology. Oh, we're so sorry. We forgot about genocide. Like, what are we doing, man? What are we doing? It's dumb. Also, like, look what happens when I wear a hat backwards. Like, it's crazy. All right, let's go back to the pick. I'm sorry. I got sidetracked here. Let's oh, and then I got to open up my SORARE rewards. All right, so Mark Williams, you like Denny? I do like Denny a lot tonight. I like Denny more if Jeremy Grant doesn't play, but what's his assist line? 3.5? Oh, imagine giving us 4.5. I don't really love. Yeah, bring back. How about an Adam Sandler? Hey, Coney. I love Adam Sandler. All right. So if we do 3.5 dimes, that gets us to 6.65x, and then we have a gimme pick. Let's apply a gimme pick. What do you mean 2 errors? What are my fucking errors? What's going on here? Did this just log me out again? I'm going to fight underdog. Oh, it's too early to be tilting like this. All right, it looks like it. Oh my God. I hate it here. I would love to make a pick here. Hold on, let's stop sharing screen. I kind of like this one though. That gets us to 11x, right? Hold on, I got to close out of underdog. I'm sorry, guys. Wait, did I just close out of StreamYard? No, I didn't. Okay. We're gonna have to build that one from scratch. I apologize. It's tweaking. 10 a.m. updates. I know. Are you concerned about your play? About my play? Like my basketball play? Wait, hold on. What do you mean? Concerned about my play? Or like my volume? Oh, wait, hold on. Was that just I got you. Here we go. While I build this up, let's see. What do we have here? I saw Patty was saying something here. Oh, we got Marco in the chat. Oh, I got you. It took me a second. Can we do a little Vegas chat if Top Shot doesn't come through again? I feel like we should rent a cabana. Okay, I think we might. We're rooting on our guy Andy here. Andy Mack. He was in the Discord asking about it. So we need Andy to come through. With that cabana again. We need to get a head count here soon of who's coming out to Vegas, because I think we need to do the live show if we're doing it, because the 89 Cavs are going to be back. It's going to be a good time. I'm ready for Summer League. Yeah, by the way, if you guys haven't booked yet and you're planning on going, July 10th to the 14th, we're going to be out there in Las Vegas. So get excited for that. All right, anything else that we like? I kind of want to get this to a 5-leg. Anything else that we like? We got a Ware dub. Mark Williams over 11.5 boards. You got Denny with over 3.5 dimes. I used my gimme pick on Jimmy Bucks. Actually, you know what? Can I use it on Tyrese Maxey? Because I just feel like there could be a world in which like Jimmy just doesn't do shit. You know what I mean? I mean, he's gonna play. I just want a safer one. Oh my God. So this is what happens. You apply the gimme pick and your computer just shuts down. Oh my God. I'm going to start swearing a lot here in a second. This is incredible. I do. What is going on? All right, hold on. Let's open up some SORARE rewards. Let's go over to it. Let's see what we got. We won some essence and $15. I think we took home 15 hard-earned dollars here in the rare tier streets. Let's see what we got. Yeah, 4 boxes and $15. Let's go see. Let's see if we won some super rare essence so we can actually cash some of this in, huh? Oh, look, here we go. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got here. Bum, 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 bum. 2 essence. There we go. 2 essence. So it's almost time to craft. Tease it down and make it a gimme. Wait, what do you mean? Hold on. Here we go. Next up. This is the 4-star. 7 essence. There we go. We're up to 9. Plus he won 2 on the daily yesterday. So that's 11 total. Let's keep it cooking here. Oh, that's 13 total. Let's get a big one here. Oh, 1-star box. That ain't going to do it. That ain't not going to do it. There we go. 1. All right. Cool shit. That was our so rare game week. When you see who you say OG and who you say OG? Oh, the OG Anunoby call. There was this guy right here. I was giving him love for his OG call on the Miami zone defense. I didn't listen to him though. I think I only took like 4 shares. That was infuriating. All right, let's go. I think we loaded up here. All right, do you guys have another pick'em you want to throw in here to make it 5? You guys have another pick you want to make it 5, or do we just go 4? Maybe we just go 4. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I really liked today. What's Trae Young's lines? Or Atlanta? Let's just look at Atlanta in general. I don't know if you guys saw this. Their over-under is like 1 million. How many? 10.5? I kind of like Okongwu too. Although, you know what? I do like DeRozan the most out of them Kangs. 21.5. All right, let's do it. 20xer? 20xer for free. We're going to get to an even 800 over there. 36 to win 750. All right, of course, not financial advice. Sick. Did it save any of these picks? It didn't. All right, and it took away the game. Oh, no, it did it. It did it, but it won't let. Oh, my God. Can I? All right. Anyways, let me read it out again. I know this is crazy. Under on Steph. Well, yeah, but all I need is 1 point from Steph. All right. So just a reminder in case you want to follow, since I can't share the link because what the hell, underdog. Khalil Ware, WW. Mark Williams, 11 over 11 and a half, higher than 11.5 boards. DeRozan higher than 21.5 points. Steph Gimme just needs a 1 point, and then Denny with higher than 3.5 dimes. There you go. Top Shot Tesla, yeah, their Raptors might be donezo because they're not trying to win games anymore. All right, dogs, we're gonna call it there. A reminder: 4:00 we'll do some underdog drafting, both for some daily and some dance. Oh, you know what I did want to check on underdog? Let's go see. We're in the first week of the double dribble playoffs. Is in the book, so we got 2 weeks left. I want to shout out. Let's look at the leaderboard here. We can't actually look at the lineups because Underdog hasn't updated their drafting capabilities in a long time. But our guy, Matty Harrison, had a nice little sweat here. He's got 1,042 points. Right now, sitting at 8th for 12,000 USD. He's right up there. He's only, 23 points off from the lead there. Some other names that look familiar, but not from Underdog. I saw Sam Olsen up in there. Our highest lineup here. I believe we've got, if I look at some of these teams, we got 990 is our highest scoring one. So 990, and then we get a bunch like in the 920s, 930s. I think we get a 950, but 990, as you can see, let's see where that puts us right now. Puts us right out of the top 100, I think. Yeah, you can see me right. You can see me right here. So there you go. 146 winning a hundo for that lineup. So that's kind of fun. But shout out our guy, Matty Harrison. That's a fun one. All right, dudes. We'll be back a little bit later this afternoon at 4 o'clock. Hope you guys have a great day. Make sure you've subscribed if you haven't done that. You've liked the stream. Podcast listeners, a 5-star review. Do the work. Do the work. All right. Have a good start to the week. We out, skis.